Hi, this is AJ. Welcome to episode 147 of Here's What I Watched. In this episode, I'm going to talk about the June Squibb and Fred Heckinger movie Thelma, which was written and directed by Josh Margolin. I like this movie a lot. I know having June Squibb play the lead in a crime comedy film might sound like a silly idea for a movie, but it was actually very well executed and I enjoyed the hell out of it. So yeah, I would definitely recommend the movie. And what the movie's about? Well, it's about a 93-year-old woman living alone in Los Angeles who gets scammed out of $10,000 when she gets a call from a guy pretending to be her grandson. She was in a panic because she thought her grandson was in serious trouble, so she mailed the money where they told her to mail it to try to keep him out of jail. Which is not how jail works, of course, but she was too panicked to realize that. And once she and her family all realize that her grandson is actually fine, the police are no help because she doesn't really know anything and she can't even remember where she mailed the money. But then everyone's all worried about her and they're wondering whether or not she can handle living on her own if she's going to get scammed out of that kind of money. So she starts feeling really down on herself and decides she needs to prove either to her family or maybe to herself that she's not entirely useless. And she decides to slip away and try to set things right on her own, kind of going on a mission to find the people who took her money and get it back. She does eventually get some help from a widower friend of hers, and there's a chunk of the movie where they're riding a scooter to try to get to the place where she mailed the money, and there's a lot of humor along the way on that journey. It is a crime comedy film more than it is a crime drama, but what I really like about the movie is how it manages to be genuinely funny without ever being cruel. Yeah, it occasionally pokes fun at the fact that they're not spring chickens anymore, but I never felt like it was making fun of them. This isn't 90 minutes of, haha, look at how old and dumb they are. It's not that kind of movie at all. And yeah, she might not be very tech savvy, but she turns out to be a lot more clever and a hell of a lot more stubborn than you might expect. And you really find yourself rooting for her because ultimately she's just a woman who doesn't want to be thought of as a mark and she wants her money back, which is something I think anybody of any age can relate to. And I don't know how realistic the payoff at the end of Thelma is, but I found it very satisfying. So yeah, I would absolutely recommend the movie.